Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wednesday's Dan's album analysis and rating. But today, it's going to be Dan and John's analysis and rating episode. So I'd like to welcome my good friend here, John from My Music Corner. How are you today?
Welcome. I bid you welcome. Dan, I'm doing great, dude. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to say that I just forgot because I was going to bid you welcome to the channel. I do know your catchphrase.
Yes.
But yeah, I've met John through the Contrarians, what, like almost a year now? Like
Something like that.
something like that.
Something like that.
I've been on his channel.
What is it? Wasn't it for like an Iron Maiden show or something? With like X Factor or Virtual X or one of
I
those
was
two
on
or
that one
something?
for X Factor, but it was Mike's. We did two
Yeah.
a Mighty Wind.
Yes. Yeah, we did Mighty Wind
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me and
for
my
that.
23 pages of notes.
Yeah.
I mean homework.
But anyway, yeah, I've been on his channel. So like, I gotta get John on here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
go
great to be
check out
here.
his channel. Also, My Music Corner. Are you still doing that Metal Monday stuff there?
Monday Night Metal, baby.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep. We're gonna do yeah, I'm kind of switching it to 6 Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific time. So I can't answer for what that would be in Australia. So sorry, Peter and Bicycle Legs and you guys out in Australia. I can't help you for I can never remember the timing, but
It's well, I
like
know from
12 or 15 hours or something like that.
16 actually, 16 or 17, depending on
Yeah.
if we've advanced or fall forward, spring forward, or whatever that thing is there.
Something
Fall
like
back,
that.
spring forward. There you go. It's
Something like
either,
that.
but I'm basing it on New Zealand, so
Right.
which is
Right.
an hour probably more there.
Yeah.
So, all right. So for this episode here, so as you know, but if you want a shout out, you can write in the suggestions here in the comments if there's an album that you would like me to do a rating or analysis on. And John has graciously suggested an album, and I had never heard of it. He's like, "Have you ever heard of Rail?" So I'm going to show you the album right here. So we're going to be doing the EP right here. And I'm like, Rail. I'm like, I know Railway. Is that who you're talking about? And he's like, no, no, no. It's a band called Rail. Check out this one song. More on that one song later on. But yeah, I had never heard of this band or album. Where did you find this? Like,
So I remember back in the day, Rail was there was this little thing on MTV called the Basement Tapes.
mm-hmm.
And Rail was the winner of the first Basement Tapes back in 1983. And so one of the songs that we'll talk about on this, they did a video for, and and there you go. And that was the song that you saw played on MTV quite a bit. Now, I don't know about Much Music or
Mm-hmm.
those channels up there, but that's where I became aware of it.
Okay.
Um, the little bit I know about the band is they are from the Pacific Northwest. Um, and they do have a couple of other albums out there aside from this EP. So, but I won't get too ahead of myself. But yeah, I've always known about the one song from this album,
Yeah.
and I've always kind of wanted to track it down and listen to it. And I found it at a record show not long ago, pretty cheap, and along with another album of theirs. So I thought I'd pick it up and listen to them. And I was like, wow, okay, let's see if Dan knows about this one. I bet he might find this interesting. So
Dan, yeah, Dan did not know. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Rail, the EP. Okay. This came out in 1984,
Mhm,
produced by Pat Glasser
mhm.
on EMI Records. Now, the players on this album here are Terry Young on lead vocals. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much the only guy right here I'll know.
I know the rest. So good,
Okay,
keep going,
perfect. So
keep going.
Terry Young on lead vocals and bass.
Hmm.
Okay. Kelly Nobles on what the hell did I write?
Drums
On
on
what?
drums.
Drums. Okay.
He's
For
the
some
drummer.
reason, my keyboard decided to type an S. Okay. Richard Knotts, like Don Knotts, on
Yep.
guitars and background
Hmm.
vocals,
Mm-hmm.
and Andrew Baldwin on guitars and background vocals.
Yep.
So Kelly Nobles on the drums. Which one was he again?
He was the guy. He was this guy.
Okay, the red guy. Okay, perfect. So yeah, those are the players for this album here. So what we're gonna do, like we usually do on these album analysis, is we're gonna go song by song. This
Hmm.
one is an EP, so there's only 4 songs on this album. So we'll be
Right.
talking about each song, give a rating, and at the end we'll give a rating out of 10 for the whole album.
Right.
So since you're our guest here, why don't you go us? So we're gonna go talk about song one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, rock and roll.
Okay. So before I get into that,
Yep.
I want to mention Pat Glasser real quickly. So for anybody who might know about this, maybe you might have heard of his name before. Yeah, he also produced these guys.
Mm,
And so he actually produced the this album, Midnight Madness, and Seven Wishes, yes. So he produced the first 3 albums for Night Ranger.
okay.
Just a little side note there. And if y'all haven't picked up Tim Darling's book about Night Ranger, do it.
I've
Shameless
actually
plug.
started. I'm actually now on 3 Night Ranger albums because of my friend and Tim. So,
Well, there you go.
so, all
So
right.
and there's I don't know if you caught this on the in the album credits here. It's really hard to see this,
Very
but
difficult to read. Yeah.
yeah, who's that on keyboards? Alan Fitzgerald, also from Night Ranger.
Oh, there you go. Oh my
Guest
God.
sung keyboards. So there's another little Easter egg for you.
Is he the guy with that puts on the beret?
He is
The guy with the beard and the beret?
he's that guy.
Yeah, the doctor. Yeah, the scrubs guy.
Yeah.
I thought,
Not the same guy from Prince's band.
yeah.
That was a different doctor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, rock and roll.
All right, so your guest, go on.
This was the yes, yeah. Let me get a little water for this one. But yes, so this was the song that they made the video for. Catchy chorus. You get this boom bam boom boom bam boom bam boom boom bam. Very typical of early 80s kind of style. But you get this really catchy chorus, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we living for? Rock and roll. It sounds like you're at a cheerleading camp or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so catchy. It's such a bright hard rock song. Great riffs. Great riffs in the song. I love Terry's vocals here. He gets a hey rock and rollers. He gets a really high, good screech there. Love the guitar work. I think the hooks are just fantastic. It's so simple but so catchy.
Yeah.
To me, this was just always such a memorable song for me. It's always funny because you watch the video, and by the end of the song, he takes the bass off and he's like shushling his hair all over. But yet there's all kinds of bass stuff going on, and I'm like, why are you taking the bass off? But anyway, there's a lot of good stuff about this song. And it's not even my favorite song on the album. I actually give this one an 8.75.
Oh my God, we're getting to set 0.75s on
I thought I'd be a little different, just
You're the
to throw
first.
something new at you.
Okay, so this is the song that John told me about. He goes, have you ever heard of Rail? No. I've heard of Railway. That's not who I'm talking about, Dan. Check this song out. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 rock and roll. And I will say the first thing that came to mind
Mm-hmm.
when I first heard that song was Shaboom, the song by Shaboom called Rock, which is the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 rock, as opposed to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
This one here is a lot better,
Yeah.
but both are very catchy and earworms. Great dual guitar, by the way, in the solo. Love the guitar solo.
Yes.
I gave it an 8. I would have easily given it a 10 if not for, like, the chorus is catchy, but they kind of lose me every time that the instruments drop out and they do the 1, 2, 3, 4
Mm-hmm.
rock. I get what they're going for, but I find it's a little too long that there's no music. You know what I mean
Mm-hmm.
there?
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, oh my God, this is okay. Get some music back on. And that's my only complaint. But man, oh man, did I ever love and listen to this song when you told me about it. And I told him, I said, all right, I'm gonna get the album, but I've listened to that song like I don't know how many times. But yeah, it's like basically the same structure as Shaboom's Rock. So this one, one,
Right.
two, three, four, rock and roll. I'm giving it an 8.
Okay.
Would have been a 10 had the chorus had a little bit more music in it.
Right.
But yeah,
A
great one.
little bit more
Super
meat to it.
catchy.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got an 8 and an 8.75 for that one.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to go with song 2, which is Fantasy.
Hmm.
Go ahead,
Right.
my friend.
So, so here is where we hear guest keyboardist Alan Fitzgerald coming in. And as you're hearing these keyboards, I mean, you can tell it's him. He just had a very distinctive keyboard sound. Even as early as those early
Hmm.
Night Ranger albums, there was just he had a very distinct sound, which, in my opinion, makes the songs sound a little like Night Ranger. Like you could almost hear either Jack or Kelly singing these songs. You know, it's just trying to figure out which ones. Like I could almost imagine maybe Kelly singing Fantasy. He
Yeah.
just seems that seems to be more along his line of what he would sing. You know, and Jack was more. He would be more like the maybe the one of the other two songs on this. But I could kind of see Kelly singing this one. But to me, this was a driving track to me. I love it. Again, a very tasty guitar work. I felt there was an urgency in the chorus. Um, Lyrically, yeah, it's kind of the time. You're not hearing, you know, this was a nice. This wasn't the Aldo Nova fantasy. You know, life
Yeah.
is just a fantasy, but this is a different kind of fantasy.
Big time.
But you really feel the guitar solos here, and that's really what kind of drove me. And I love the chorus. I really love the chorus here. Um, this one's actually my favorite song on the album.
Wow. Okay.
I give this a 9.
Wow.
I
Okay.
give this a 9.
9.
The chorus kind of really earwormed in with me too. So it was, but I really appreciated this one a lot. So yeah, I give this one a 9.
All right. Perfect. So for Fantasy,
Uh-huh.
and it's funny that you mentioned the keyboard because I had not even seen the side right here because I was kind of looking just like that. And there's not much on the internet with these guys. And I
No,
kept saying like
no,
there
there
are only
isn't.
4 guys, and I'm like doing when I was looking at the bass guitar, and I'm like there's 2 guitarists. I'm like who the hell's doing the keyboard? Because I definitely heard some keyboard.
Hmm.
But you know what? I'm gonna say for this song and actually for the whole album, it's the perfect balance of rock, pop, hard rock, where each instrument
Huh?
you hear them, but you don't overhear them. If that makes any sense, there,
Right.
it's all very well balanced. I thought it was one of the better balanced bands or albums I've ever heard.
Hmm.
Fantasy, I gave it an 8. And
Okay.
actually reminds me a lot of, I don't know if you're familiar with this band, but Highway Child. They're
The
from
name rings a bell.
Europe. It's one of
Okay.
those hair metal bands, but that are not from LA, but from overseas.
Okay.
And it just, I keep hearing the song just before the chorus. I guess it's the bridge before, after the verse, but before the chorus. There's
Hmm.
this part that reminds me of the song Carol, and in brackets, Lady of the Dark Room, which is that Highway Child song. And I was like, my God, that's
Hmm.
like, it's not my favorite
Okay.
of the
Yeah.
album. I'm still giving it an 8. Still
Okay.
very good. Like I said, I loved this album here. Like that was
Hmm.
one of the surprises of this year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
8 for me for Fantasy, but again, not my favorite one. We'll talk about that in a few. So now we
Okay.
got an 8 and a 9 for Fantasy. Now we're switching sides. Side 2.
Hmm.
And it's You've Got to Give.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Here again, a very I still hear Night Ranger in this song. I still feel there's a lot of that. And this one I can almost hear Jack singing a little bit. There's just you get that drive in the chorus, that dun dun dun. You got to give. You get that kind of that crowd chant with the gang vocal thing. So you don't. That's not really Night Ranger-esque,
No.
but you still get a little of Alan Fitzgerald's keyboards kind of thrown in there as well. Um, Again, the lyrics are kind of a little bit of its time, not nothing too unusual here. But again, again, great guitar work, great everything. There's good hooks. I love the chorus hook. I think that's a good hook to the song. Um, but yeah, you just this one, I just feel the Night Ranger comparison a little too much. It's just got the again, nothing that's wrong.
Hmm.
It's still enough of their own, but you can definitely meld it in with that bright hard rock metal sound. So this actually, I mean, most of the songs kind of come in tight for me on this. So this one comes in at about an 8.5 for me. So this is
Okay.
actually my least of the three, but they are the four. But we're not. I mean, we're splitting hairs.
Eight
There's not much here. So
8 point what?
8.5.
8.5. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? It's also my least favorite.
Okay.
But you know what? It reminds me of when you went, I gotta give. It reminds me of Y&T's Go for the Throat. You've gotta go, 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 go for like
Okay.
that type of chorus.
Right.
But it's that little keyboard. I don't know if that dun, dun,
Mm.
dun, 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 it kind
Yeah.
I don't know if it I don't know if I have the right band, but for some reason I think of Dire Straits. I don't know why, but
I could
that
hear that.
little keyboard riff, but that is like the catchiest thing on that song. But that chorus,
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God, I know where this is from. But again, this song is great. I'm still giving it a 7. It's my
Okay.
least favorite of the album,
Hmm.
but it's still like 7, still not a bad a bad note here.
No.
But
No. No.
listen to this song, then go listen to Y&T's Go for the Throat and be like, okay.
Now the question is, which came out first?
Oh my God. This is 84, so almost feels like the same time.
Might be. Might be.
Because
Yeah. If any in the
on
comments, let me know.
it was on Hearing Aid. I remember that, and that was the first time.
That would have been 85, 85,
Yeah,
86.
even 86, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this one may have been first,
Yeah.
since it's 84. Well, we'll go with Rail on this one. But
Yeah.
still, I'm just saying it reminds me of Y&T's Go
Hmm.
for the Throat. Still a good
Hmm.
song, but my least favorite of the album. So I'm giving it a 7, and you gave it an 8.5.
Yes.
Now, last song is Hard Girl to Love.
Yeah. This is another Night Ranger feel song, but not quite so much. I love, but here again, I love Terry's vocals here. They throw the echo and the reverb in there.
Mm,
Um, Tells a really strong story throughout the lyrics. I think is I th it's a really strong song from that. I think the nice driving chorus, with the harmonized vocals, the hard girl to she's a hard girl to love. I think it's a great song. It's
oh yeah.
again, the guitar solo is so lyrical. So lyrical, you can sing them.
Yeah,
Man, I mean,
a great melody, yeah.
you talk about "Sing Me Away." Well, at least those solos could sing me away because they were just so good. So I think it was a great track to close the EP out. Um, I, 8.75 for me. So
All right.
all four of these tracks really come in really tight and close for me.
Well, say hello to my favorite song of the album, and that Hard Girl to Love is
Hmm.
such a good and catchy chorus.
Yes.
And this is what I was saying earlier, like every instrument, like some songs are rock, some songs are pop, hard rock, or whatever. You're listening to this, I'm like, it's going into a commercial direction, but it still keeps its hard rock roots, or it stays hard rock, but it just has a little hint of AOR
Hmm.
or just pop rock.
Yeah.
And yet this song, I was like, wow, talk about a way to finish an album. I gave this song here a 9. I loved it. It's a great way to end
Yeah.
the album. And yeah, this is my favorite one of that EP. Let's and you know what, guys, the whole EP is actually effing good here.
Yes. Yes. I completely agree. You know what another thing that it kind of reminded me of is like it's a wonder none of these songs got on like a movie soundtrack from the
Yeah.
80s. Because man, it sound there's certain maybe it's the keyboards, but boy, it just like would have fit on some 80s movie somewhere.
Hmm.
Whether it was a B cheesy horror movie or some other thing or a John Hughes movie, I don't know, but it's this like it could have fit somewhere. I don't know.
A
Maybe
John
maybe it would
Hughes.
maybe it wouldn't work on 16 Candles or Pretty in Pink or one of those, but it just had that kind of feel. There was plenty of good movies that I think, man, some of these songs could have worked so well on, but you know, uh, I referenced the Basement Tapes before.
Hmm.
They won MTV's Basement Tapes. Well, there's maybe a little bit of a controversy. Maybe I don't know. I hope I'm not misspeaking about this. But in 1980, they came out with this album
Hmm.
preceding the Basement Tapes. So maybe there was maybe some people were kind of splitting some hairs here, but this was on a smaller label called Dynasty Records, produced by Michael Fisher.
Who's
If
he?
my memory serves me correctly, I believe that's the same Michael Fisher from Heart, or that
Oh,
was associated with Heart. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna look that up here real quickly. But I believe he had something to do with Heart because
okay.
again, we're talking Pacific Northwest, and that's
That
where
would
Heart's
be in that
from.
area because that's where Hart was.
So let's see. Yeah, okay. So what happened to Michael? Okay, so let's see. Oh, I didn't realize he passed away.
Oh, rest in
Oh,
peace.
okay. So he was like he was a co-founder of Heart. So he was like he goes back in those early days. He was Roger Fisher's brother, or
There
maybe he
you
was a
go.
relation to Roger Fisher. But anyway, so yeah, so he had something to do with this album. And I've only had a chance to listen to this a couple of times, but this is also really solid. You're not getting the Night Ranger sound yet because obviously Night Ranger wasn't out yet, but
Mhm.
they still have kind of that sound from that era, but it's still you can definitely hear their roots with this, and it's pretty solid. I would highly recommend checking this out. I know you can find it on Spotify. I found this pretty cheap at a record show, so it works out. It works out pretty good. So really worth checking out.
No, it's in my wish list right now. I actually got, I and John, I'm gonna give you credit. I really enjoyed this
Yeah.
album here. There's two or three albums that I told John before we're recording, and there was this one and the Tiger Tales Berserk, which were I just like, wow, what
Hmm.
albums are these here? And this guy's is just a perfect EP, which I'm like almost like I'm hoping the albums will be as because this is all killer. No, there's definitely no filler at all on this album here.
No.
So that's what I'm kind of hoping that their other albums are as solid as a whole.
Yes.
What's go
I
ahead.
know this is. I can't speak for the other two because I haven't
Okay,
had a chance to check them out, but I know you won't be disappointed with this.
perfect. And what would be your final score out of 10 for this EP?
Well, let me see. That was the bad part. I forgot to
Okay, well, while you're
um
doing that, I'll do mine. While you're calculating, I actually gave it an 8 out of 10. It
okay.
gives it averages to 8 out of 10 for the scores I gave, which
Okay.
is a very good score.
For me, that it averaged out to 8.75.
There you go. You and your 0.75.
Well, come on.
I had a guy on my channel one time, Kevin from Sonic Boom TV. He's like, "Oh my God, you and your 8.5s, Dan. He's gonna love you with your 0.75s."
Dude,
But hey, 8.75 and 8 out of 10 for this album. That should tell you something, right, folks? Go
that,
check out Rail. This is again, I can't speak for album number one, but this one, John and I have given it a pretty high score. And when I say that this is the perfect example of every instrument doing their
Hmm.
own thing, but not overshadowing other people's instruments. This is very
No.
well balanced and mixed and whatever there.
Yeah,
I'm going to specify more the balanced portion here.
I
So
agree.
yeah, Rail
I agree.
8.75 and 8 out of 10 from us here. So there you go. Anything you want to add regarding this album here? Be
Again, it's not hard. They're not hard to come by. You could probably find plenty of these on Discogs. I think I even saw one at my local store just recently. I forget what they were asking for it, but it would look like it was a promo version of it.
Mm,
But these aren't terribly hard to find. So, and again, you can if you're not wanting to get the physical product, which shame on you for not doing so, you can find them on Spotify. Um, I know they're on Facebook. They still
really?
they are actually the same guys are still together. They formed the band in like the around 1970 while they were in high school. I believe the one guitar player came a little later. Very interesting fact. Ronnie Montrose played guitar with them for a short bit in the 80s.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Him I
So
know.
there's a little odd little tidbit for you, but I haven't heard anything while he was there. I think he was kind of looking for another band to kind of do stuff with, and they got recruited for a while, and then they just kind of went their separate ways. But they
Just
still kind of gig around every once in a while. They're still pretty active. Saw some stuff on their Facebook page, so
wow.
they're still
Okay. I
out there.
was well again, again, I'm not gonna I know I compared Song One to Shaboom. Even those guys are still around. I'm like, well, all these bands
Yeah,
really are still around. Why?
yeah,
Because they probably don't know what to do with their lives once they retire.
yeah,
That
yeah.
happened with
Yeah,
so many people. They just don't know what to do. They're at home and they're like, I need to do something. Let's
I'm
go
I'm
back on
sure
tour.
these guys had to wind up getting 9 to 5,
Yeah.
jobs, and and actually had to be a 9 to 5er in real lifer, and yeah, they still just do this on the side or whatever, but they still sound great from what I heard, and power to them, guys. I think that's awesome,
Well,
but
I'm gonna recommend this one here, John. Like
yeah,
this, check it out, guys. Rail EP, and apparently even the first one is as good here, according to
yes,
John. But yeah, I'm thumbs up for this one here. This is a very easy listen, and again, all killer, no
no
filler.
filler.
So I want to thank John for joining me for this.
Thank
And
you.
before we go, I want you guys to go check out John's channel, which is My Music Corner. But I will put his link on the bottom. Go check out, subscribe, do everything. You know the drill, guys.
That's
Anything
right.
coming up on your channel you wanna let us
Right.
know?
Right now, the big thing I'm doing is Monday Night Metal. It's a live stream I'm doing. My thought was I was trying to do it as like a warm up act to like when Grant's Rock Warehouse and Sea of Tranquility and all those guys start kicking in. I thought, let me just get like a little warm up and just warm the crowd up a little bit and just have a little fun.
There you
Sometimes
go.
I do a listening party. Sometimes I have some other guys on. Um, let's see. This as we're recording this, you said this is going to come out Wednesday.
Yeah.
So the following, I'm going to have Sydney and Logan from Slogan's Rock
Oh
and
yes,
Metal
I know those guys.
Extravaganza. So I'm going to
Actually,
have
I
those
know one
guys
of
on.
them.
Yes. So I'm going to have those guys on, and we're just going to yak about their channel and stuff like that. But it's just a really random, fun hour
Yeah.
or so. I did one time where we talked about mental health, which I saw you did the show with Mike, which I
Yeah.
kudos for. You know, always talk about mental health any chance you get. It's just you need to talk about it, and it's something that people don't expect from music channels like us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a nice breath of fresh air, to be able to talk about that kind of stuff. But right now, that's really the only thing I've got cooking in the can.
Perfect.
I just I've been life kind of took me in a different direction for a while. So hopefully maybe 2026 I might start getting into some more regular content. But
There you go.
right now it's Monday Night Metal, and then if anybody wants me on, hey, thanks in advance. So
There you go.
for
He's
wanting me
free for
on
bookings,
or
guys.
whatever, but
We've got
so
Doink the
that's
Clown and then John from available for parties. There you go.
exactly.
I don't know where Doink the Clown came from, but whatever. Actually,
it,
of all people, you should know where that one's from.
well, yes, I do. Well, because I'm wearing a
Oh,
wrestling
there you go.
t-shirt,
Yeah, big wrestler.
but I would have thought like the puppet show.
Yeah, I don't know where Doink the Clown came from. It's just the first thing that comes up, and I'm like,
Well,
as I'm
maybe
saying,
maybe it's my wrestling belt or this other
oh, there you
wrestling
go.
thing. I've got all these wrestling things around, so maybe that's what you're seeing. But
My nephew would
Doink's good.
love your stories there. He's big into wrestling, like big time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. Well, I want to thank you for doing this, my friend. This has
Thank
been
you. Thank you for
one of
having
the
me.
better album discoveries I've done. Like, guys who follow this channel, I'm gonna put this with Mama's Boys, with Blue Oyster Cult. Like
Ooh.
it was a game changer for me. I did love this album. I'm not sucking up to John because I have no reason to, but but yeah, John, thanks for that. This was great,
Oh,
and
you
I
got it, man. You
know
got
that
it.
I will get a few more albums. This was a very easy listen to, and again, for a third time, all killer, no
No
filler.
filler.
There you go. Rail EP. Go check out my friend John's website. I'm gonna put it on the in the link below, My Music Corner. I want to thank everybody for watching. And once again, if you do want a shout out or just write a suggestion of an album you'd like me to do an analysis and rating on, just write in the comments. And also let us know in the comments about your thoughts on Rail. I was not aware of these guys until he pointed them out to me. So, and it was another one of those great finds. So thank you
Nice.
for that. So on that note, have yourselves a great whatever, guys, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.